Imagine the city lights go out, the once bustling metropolis is now a dark maze, an emergency has struck. What do? Imagine the urban landscape you're familiar with, transforming into an unfamiliar terrain. The city, with its towering skyscrapers and labyrinthine streets, becomes an uncharted territory. Emergencies like blackouts, floods, or even earthquakes can turn your everyday surroundings into a challenging environment. In times like these, it's not just about surviving, it's about thriving. It's about navigating through the dark alleyways, the flooded subways, the gridlocked highways. It's about knowing how to react, what to do, and what not to do. You see, emergencies don't send a memo, they strike without warning. One moment you're sipping coffee in your favorite cafe, the next, you're in the heart of a crisis. This is why urban survival skills are essential. They equip you to handle the unexpected, to rise above the crisis, and to emerge stronger. The city can be a jungle in times of crisis, but fear not, we have a survival guide right here for you. In the face of an emergency, knowing what to do is half the battle won. When you live in the heart of a bustling city, a crisis can quickly turn your world upside down. But don't fret, because with a little preparation and knowledge, you can navigate through any storm that comes your way. Let's start with the basics. Stocking up on essentials is paramount. Now, this doesn't mean you should rush out and buy every canned good in sight. Instead, think about what you and your household need to survive for at least 3 days. This includes food that doesn't require refrigeration or cooking, water for drinking and hygiene, and basic medical supplies. Consider everyone's dietary needs and any medical conditions. Don't forget about the needs of your pets too. Creating a safe space is another crucial step. Your home should be your sanctuary, a place where you feel secure. Identify a room or area in your home that can serve as a safe haven in case of emergencies. This space should be easily accessible, have minimal windows and doors, and be large enough for everyone in your household. If you live in an apartment building, consider the structural integrity of different areas and choose the most secure. Staying informed is not just about knowing what's happening around you, it's also about understanding how to react. Subscribe to local emergency alert systems, follow trusted news sources, and learn about potential risks in your area. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it can also be a lifesaver. Communication during a crisis is often overlooked, but it's a vital part of survival. Ensure that you have a reliable way to communicate with the outside world. This could be a fully charged mobile phone, a landline, or even a battery-operated radio. Having a plan to reach out to family, friends, or emergency services can make a significant difference when things get tough. But remember, urban survival isn't just about individual actions. It's about community resilience. Reach out to your neighbors, share resources, and build networks. In times of crisis, we're stronger together. In addition to these, there are numerous other actions you can take to be prepared. From learning basic first aid to creating an evacuation plan, the more prepared you are, the better you'll be able to handle an emergency. Thriving in an urban crisis doesn't require a fat wallet or extensive training. It's about planning, staying informed, and maintaining a positive mindset. With these dues of urban survival, you're already one step ahead in ensuring your safety and well-being during a crisis. Remember, preparedness can be the difference between panic and peace. And in the throes of an urban crisis, that peace of mind can be priceless. Just as there are things you must do, there are things you must avoid to ensure your survival. Now let's talk about the don'ts of urban survival. These are the pitfalls that could jeopardize your chances of making it through an emergency in the concrete jungle. First on the list is venturing into dangerous areas. In times of crisis, certain parts of the city can become hotbeds of trouble. It could be due to an increase in crime, a lack of resources, or simply because they've been heavily affected by the disaster at hand. It might seem tempting to wander into these zones, perhaps in search of supplies or out of sheer curiosity. But remember, the risk often outweighs the reward. Staying clear of such areas can save you from potential harm. Next, let's discuss the importance of resource management. In a survival situation, your resources are your lifelines. Water, food, medicine, these are all essential for your survival. It might be easy to indulge in a feast when you first crack open your food supplies, but remember, the future is uncertain, and every morsel counts. Overconsumption and wastage can drastically shorten your supply lifespan. So practice rationing, and remember, moderation is key. Now you might think in times of crisis, it's every man for himself, right? Wrong. Isolating oneself is one of the biggest don'ts in urban survival. Humans are social creatures. We thrive on cooperation and community. In a survival situation, there's strength in numbers. More people mean more hands to work, more eyes to watch, and more minds to think. Isolating yourself could limit your resources, your security, and your chances of survival. So reach out, build alliances, and remember, together we stand, divided we fall. Lastly, avoid panic. Panic is a survivalist's worst enemy. It clouds your judgment, hastens your actions, and can lead to grave mistakes. In the face of adversity, it's crucial to keep a level head. Take deep breaths, think clearly, and make informed decisions. Your survival depends on your ability to stay calm under pressure. So, let's recap. Don't venture into dangerous areas, don't waste your resources, don't isolate yourself, and above all, don't panic. These are the don'ts of urban survival. Avoiding these pitfalls can help you navigate through the urban jungle safely. Remember, survival isn't just about what you do, it's equally about what you don't do. Keep these points in mind as you prepare for and navigate through any urban crisis. After all, the goal isn't just to survive, but to thrive. Now that you know the do's and don'ts, it's time to put them into action. Imagine you're in your urban jungle surrounded by towering skyscrapers, bustling traffic, and vibrant city life. But when crisis strikes, this familiar environment can quickly become a challenging landscape to navigate. That's why it's essential to plan, organize, and prepare. To start, plan your essentials. Food, water, and shelter are your survival trifecta. Think compact and high in nutritional value when it comes to food. Canned goods and protein bars are great options. Remember, a gallon of water per person per day is the general guideline. As for shelter, know your city's emergency centers or have a plan to secure your home. Next, let's organize. Keep your supplies in a designated place, easy to grab when needed. What's more, have a clear mental map of your city's layout. Know the location of emergency services, hospitals, and shelters. Being organized is not just about physical items, but also about information. And then, prepare. Run drills, familiarize yourself with your gear, and practice your escape routes. Preparation isn't a one-time thing, it's an ongoing process. Check your supplies regularly, replace expired items, and constantly update your knowledge about survival strategies. While you're at it, consider investing in a basic first aid kit or a survival handbook. These might seem like small additions, but they can make a significant difference in a crisis. Also, it's crucial to remember the psychological aspect of survival. Stay calm, stay focused, and stay positive. In the face of adversity, your mindset can be your most powerful tool. Lastly, don't forget about communication. Have a plan to stay in contact with your loved ones. Whether it's a battery-operated radio or a solar-powered charger for your phone, make sure you have a way to receive and relay information. Remember, action today can save lives tomorrow. A well-executed plan, an organized approach, and constant preparation are your keys to thriving in any urban crisis. So take these tips, put them into action, and become the ultimate urban survivor. Survival isn't a solo journey, it's about helping each other. Surviving an urban crisis is not just a personal endeavor, it's a community effort. The more people are prepared, the better off we all are. It's not just about hoarding resources, it's about pooling them, about sharing knowledge, skills, and supplies. Think about it. If you're the only one prepared in your neighborhood, you're a target. But if everyone is prepared, you're a community. It's about creating a network of people ready to face any emergency. A network that can support each other when the going gets tough. Survival is about strength in numbers, about banding together, about standing as one against the odds. It's about teaching and learning from each other, about sharing tips and tricks, about working together to ensure everyone gets through. So, don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Share this video with your friends and family, because when it comes to survival, we're all in this together.